Like, why are the struggles of today so, like, superficial? This is like creating a generation of dreamers. And so I was watching this movie, it's called like 10 Days or something like that. And so I decided, well, let me watch something romance so that I can understand like what people think like, and this is not even based on today. Honestly, this stuff has been happening for every generation, right? And so like it's a scene where the main character's in the elevator with this man, and he's like talking about like her underwear being matching and like at a job and like whatever else and whatever. And let me tell you this other example. So my mom was watching like Eddie Murphy. Stand-up comedy. And so like here's guys like explaining how women act towards men. And so I'm just sitting there like watching this guy like explain like how women are prostitutes. And this is how they think about men. Oh, look, this is what black people think is their culture. Like, this is what they believe that people are supposed to be acting like towards each other, right? So, like, they're just sitting around here saying the most vulgar, disgusting, nasty things and then laughing about it. And I'm just like, how disgusting. You know, like, this is what you think. And then, like, look, at the end of the day, this is nothing. Like, this is nothing. Like, the struggles that we have is, like, the struggles that are present all over the world, right? And so you ask me, well, you might think, like, well, if I was just so, like, serious and picky about it, why don't I just go to church and find me a nice church-going man and, you know, be respectable? I mean, I guess that makes a lot of sense. I don't know. This is what people become Amish. And they say, I don't want to, like, pay, like, go out there and look at all that stuff that they're doing out there because it is so nasty. I don't even know what my whole point was about this. It's like lots of really, to me, like, as a 23-year-old, like, there's, like, to me, y'all are, like, ancient and years old. And y'all act like y'all are still in high school, like, hopping around, like, if I have to get a job, like, realistically, I'm finna have to deal with these type of people. Or then I would just have to get married and be a stay-at-home wife, if not. Like, excuse me? You guys are, like, so old. And y'all act like y'all are in high school, like, and, like, this is how y'all raise your children to, like, to act the same way as y'all and, like, whatever. And so, like, or whatever. And so, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't know if it sounds weird or whatever. I just, like, I'm at a loss for words. I just something that really just gets me fired up, real annoyed, and real mad, you know. So, anyways, I'm just sitting around here just staring at the wall trying to explain myself. That's hard for me to understand people or to understand entertainment. Sometimes I want to go watch a movie or a TV show, and it's not about cheating and fidelity. Like, there's not 1,000 sex scenes in there, and I just like, why can't just watch something normal about life? This is why people watch sitcoms, right? I suppose, like, what else is the culture in America? When I go search for something that's like about black people, I don't even know like what I'm looking for, because all I'm gonna see is a whole bunch of prostitutes on the screen together, or I gotta look at something about slavery, or I gotta look at something about crime, or which is not that bad. Like I like that Nemesis TV show or whatever, or I don't know. And so it's hard for me to understand like black people anymore, because like like I always felt like black people accepted me, when I went to go like watch Disney Channel, and like because I just had natural hair and my mom did my hair all the time, and I understood, like as me as a person, like as I'm watching my Disney Channel, and everyone, my friends, I guess, are gonna be like listening to whatever type of music they want to listen to, and I'm sitting around here listening to baby songs to me, and they're just like, ew. And so I sit around and I'm like, okay, let me try to be like you really badly, because I was just in like Starbucks and they was playing this black music, and I was like, wow, this is like everything that I like. And I just wanted to be clear, like the only reason that I knew like anything about like black culture or whatever was because of my mom, and like now she just listens to like this annoying like fake romance songs about men and rap music, and I'm just so annoyed, because what does that teach me about being a young lady? And so like when you go to the Essence Festival, like you hear all these like soulful music, all this soulful music or whatever. I just meant to say, like, I really just don't know how to relate to people anymore. And so I always just sit around and like say I don't like black people. Well, ultimately I do, because I'm black. And like ultimately I do understand the struggles of black people, and because I'm black. When I was younger, there were certain things I didn't understand, like certain principles. I learned that when people identify too much with their culture, they feel like they're in a box. And so when they're doing a bad thing, they just want to hide in that box. And they want their culture to support whatever they're doing and, say that it's right. And it's just not something that I like. What makes someone beautiful to me? when their time. Oh, I want to know, how could I personally, after everything that I've been through and everything that I've done wrong, how could I personally have a good reputation before everyone, right? And I just don't ever think I'll find the answer. Yeah, you know, I have so many struggles where, it's certain things that you understand that people are going through, because when you judge someone for something, even if you're not doing it now, you'll probably be doing it later. Just for the Lord to teach you, right? I realize probably the only way I can have a good reputation before others is if I have an education. Well, because lots of people as mothers, they end up, having a good reputation ultimately because they raise children, And, children save you from the evil one, right? Give birth to a child and it rescues you from the evil dragon. I'm just sitting over here at a loss for words because my Lord telling me, I believe He's telling me to be quiet. So now, my thing is, I don't how I'm getting persecuted today. And so, usually you can perceive when you're going down the wrong path, right? Because since I have knowledge, since from my youth I've had knowledge, and I know that it had to do a certain thing to personally get ahead in life, and people are oppressing me to where that I can't get ahead in life. Well, then now it's just like me seeing my life going downhill progressively, right? And so everyone wants to make a lesson out of it, right? Instead of just, minding their own businesses, right? And so there's a certain thing, if I am to go into, a state of poverty or be around crime or, have to depend on certain things for survival, one thing you won't see me doing is depend on prostitution, as most people will tell me I have to do. Even my neighbors on the street that would offer me to be a prostitute. And I say no, they say no too. And that's just as simple as as it is. You don't get to tell somebody what their life is. You don't get to tell somebody that they have to do something to get ahead. But if I was in that position, I wouldn't do that, because I know that I can be helped just because I'm alive. I don't have to do these random things just to be at a certain position. Have you know something? Hello, mister. How's your day going?
Fine.
Thank you. Have a great day. Well, that's all. Well, I don't know what to say. Ever since I was young, I've been trusting in the Lord. That's why everybody taught me. So, if people teach me a certain thing, and then later on they go back and say, well, if you don't do what I tell you to do on today, everything that I taught you no longer is relevant to you. I would say, well, then why did you teach me that? I'm not listening to you. You don't get to tell me, if you want to get an A+ in class, you have to do your homework every day. And then I say, well, I don't want to be your friend anymore. And then you say, Well, now you can't do your homework anymore. Since you don't want to be my friend anymore. What does that have to do with me? You're going to sit around here and tell me that a lie is the truth just for somebody to feel better about themselves? Just so you can tell me I have to be a prostitute for money? Just so you can tell me I deserve to die for you to make sense? No. You don't get to tell me that something is wrong is right. Not for you to feel better. Obviously, lots of things can be true.